1. Introduction. My name is Diana. My life was simple. I worked in a small bookstore. This bookstore was in a quiet part of the city. Every day was much the same. I enjoyed my job. I liked helping people find books. I especially liked old books and poetry. My life was calm and predictable. It was like a peaceful story. Then, one day, everything changed. I met Cole. It was a rainy afternoon. The sky was gray. Rain fell gently on the street. Not many people were in the bookstore. I was arranging some new books on a shelf. The bell above the door rang. A tall man walked in. He looked strong and had dark hair. He walked slowly through the aisles. He stopped near the poetry section. He looked at the books for a few minutes. Then he came to my desk. He asked for an old poetry book. It was a very old one. Not many people knew it. I found it for him. He smiled. His smile was very warm and kind, but I saw something else in his eyes. There was a little sadness there. I wondered why. He paid for the book. Before he left, he asked my name. "I am Diana," I said. He told me his name was Cole. We started talking. We talked about books, about poetry, and about the rain outside. We shared our thoughts. The conversation was easy. It felt like we had known each other for a long time. Time passed quickly. He left the bookstore that day, but he came back the next day, and the day after that. He did not always buy a book. Sometimes he just came to talk. He would sit at a small table near the window. I would talk to him when I was not busy. Soon I started to look forward to seeing him. My feelings for him grew stronger each day. I felt happy when he was there. I felt a little sad when he left. One evening it was late. The bookstore was closing. Cole walked me home. The streetlights were on. The air was cool. We walked slowly. We talked about our day. When we reached my door, he stopped. He looked at me. His eyes were serious. He took my hand. "Diana," he said, "I want you in my life." I was surprised. My heart beat fast. I did not know much about Cole. I knew he was kind. I knew he was a good listener. I knew his smile was warm. But I did not know where he lived or what he did for work. Still, I felt something special for him. I felt like he was important to me. So I looked at him and said, "Yes." It was a simple word, but it meant a lot. My simple life was not so simple anymore. It was about to change completely because of Cole. 2. A quick marriage. After only 2 weeks, Cole surprised me with a marriage proposal. I was very shocked. It felt so fast. He explained that he could not reveal everything yet, but he needed us to marry quickly. His words were strong, and his gentle touch swayed me. I did not fully understand, but I agreed. We decided to marry quietly at a private office. There was no big ceremony or many guests. Only Cole's stepmother, Lena, and a lawyer were present. Lena looked serious and formal. The lawyer had many papers. It felt strange to marry in such a quick and private way. Lena then presented a document. It was a contract. She told me to read it carefully. The contract stated that I would not take Cole's money if something happened to him. I felt a little nervous reading it. It was a very serious paper. I looked at Cole, and he saw my concern. He leaned close to me and whispered, "It is just for family peace, Diana," he said softly. "Please trust me." I looked into his kind eyes. My feelings for him were strong. Even though I did not understand everything about this quick marriage, I trusted him. I believed his words about family peace. I took the pen. My hand felt a little shaky, but I signed the document. It was a legal promise. After I signed, Lena looked at me with an unreadable expression. Cole held my hand tightly. He smiled, and his smile made me feel safe. We were married. It had happened so quickly. My life had changed completely. I was now Cole's wife. I hoped everything would be good, even with the many questions still in my mind. I wondered about this family peace and why Lena had been so involved. But for now, I was with Cole. A new chapter in my life had just begun. 3. The big house and secrets. Cole took me to his home. It was a very big house, a huge mansion. It stood tall and quiet. From the outside, it looked grand, but inside, it did not feel like a warm home. It felt more like a museum, silent and cold. There were many large rooms, but most of them felt empty. Their walls were covered with old paintings, and the furniture looked too perfect to touch. I felt very small inside this vast place, so different from my simple life before. Lena, Cole's stepmother, also lived in the big house. She was always there. I often saw her watching me from a distance. Her eyes were cold, and she never smiled at me. Her presence made me feel uncomfortable all the time. She would sometimes say strange things, often with a subtle, sharp tone. For example, she said, "You must learn your place in this family, Diana. It is not like your old life." Or, "This house has many rules you do not know." Her words made me feel like I did not belong, like I was an outsider who knew nothing. Cole was very busy most of the time. He had many business meetings and important phone calls. He was often away from the house during the day, sometimes even late into the evening. This meant I spent many hours alone in the silent mansion. When Cole was with me, he was different. He was always kind and sweet. He would hold my hand and ask about my day, listening closely. He made me feel loved and safe, even for a short time. But these moments were not often enough. As days turned into weeks, I started to feel something strange about the house. It was more than just its enormous size or Lena's constant coldness. I sensed hidden secrets. There were many closed doors, and some rooms seemed always locked. People spoke in quiet voices sometimes, and conversations would stop when I entered a room. If I asked a question about Cole's family or his past, people would quickly change the subject. It was clear no one would tell me the truth about anything. It was like living inside a puzzle with many missing pieces. I wanted to understand what was going on, but the secrets were kept tightly locked away. One night, I could not sleep. The quiet of the house was too loud. I decided to walk quietly through the long hallway on the first floor. It was late, and the house was dark, with only dim lights guiding my way. As I passed a room downstairs, I heard voices. I stopped near the door, curious. I recognized Lena's voice. She was speaking on the phone. Her voice was low, but I could hear her words clearly in the silent house. She said, "The will changes if he is married." My heart beat faster in my chest. I did not know what she meant by the will or changes. What will? What changes? Her words filled me with new, urgent questions. The big house felt even colder and full of mystery after that. I went back to my room, feeling worried and more confused than ever. 4. The hidden truth. I started to see new things in the big house. It was not just Lena's cold looks or Cole's busy days. Now I noticed small, strange details. Some rooms were always locked. I tried the doors, but they never opened. Sometimes I saw papers that looked old and important, but they quickly disappeared when I came near. I also noticed Victor, Cole's driver and friend. He used to be friendly, but now, when I asked him simple questions about the house or Cole's work, he would look away. He avoided my eyes and changed the topic. It felt like he was hiding something too. I felt confused and a little scared. I called my best friend Anna. She works as a nurse and is very smart. I told her about the house, Lena, and the strange things I saw. Anna listened carefully. Then she said, "Diana, please be careful. Rich families often hide dangerous secrets. Money can make people do bad things." Her words made me think more deeply. Was I in danger? What secrets were here? One evening, I was walking near Cole's study. The door was open a little, and I heard voices. It was Lena and the lawyer who was at our wedding. They were talking loudly. They were arguing about money. I heard Lena say, "Cole's father's will, more money if he is married." My heart stopped. I stood very still and listened. The lawyer said something about a large sum of money, and Lena agreed. They talked about how Cole would get a much bigger inheritance if he had a wife. Suddenly, everything became clear. The quick marriage, the contract I signed, Lena's strange comments, and Cole's busy schedule. It all made sense, but it was a terrible truth. My marriage was not just about love, it was about money. Cole married me to get his father's inheritance. He needed a wife to get the money. This thought made my heart ache. Was I just a part of a financial deal? Was I only a way for Cole to get more money? I felt very sad and confused. I waited until Cole came home later that night. He looked tired, but he smiled when he saw me. I took a deep breath. "Cole," I started, "I heard Lena and the lawyer talking tonight. about your father's will, about money, about our marriage." Cole's smile disappeared. His face became serious. He looked away from me. He became very quiet. After a long moment, he looked back at me, but his eyes were full of a different sadness now. He said softly, "It's not what you think." His words did not make me feel better. They only made me wonder more. What was the real truth? And could I believe him? 5. Lena's plan. Lena's behavior became worse. Her face was often cold when she looked at me. She did not try to hide her dislike anymore. One day, she spoke to me directly. Her words were sharp and clear. "You are nothing more than a temporary wife," she said. It was a shock to hear it so plainly. She made it clear that my place in the house was not real or lasting. This hurt me deeply, but I tried not to show it. I started to look for more answers. I watched Lena closely. I also thought about the lawyer who was at our wedding. I remembered the contract and how quickly everything happened. Slowly, I put the pieces together. I found out that Lena had given money to the lawyer. She had paid him to help her. This bribe made the lawyer do what she wanted. Lena had planned our quick marriage. She wanted to control Cole's money. If Cole was married, the will would change, and she thought she could use me to get what she wanted from his father's inheritance. This discovery made my heart feel very heavy. Cole tried to make things better for me. He spoke to Lena, but it did not seem to help much. I could see the stress in his eyes. He was under a lot of pressure from his stepmother. He looked tired and worried most of the time. He tried to shield me from her harsh words and cold looks, but Lena was very strong-willed. It was clear she wanted her plan to work. One afternoon, Victor, Cole's loyal driver, found a moment to speak to me alone. He looked around carefully first, making sure no one was listening. He spoke in a low voice. "Diana," he began, "Cole married you for 2 reasons." My heart beat fast. "One reason was for the will," Victor explained. He needed to be married for his father's money to pass to him correctly. This was what I had already started to believe, but then Victor added something new and surprising. "The other reason," he whispered, "was to save you. Someone was going to hurt you, and Cole wanted to protect you." This new information confused me even more. Save me? From whom? And why? It was a lot to think about. My mind was full of questions. But even with all the secrets and the strange reasons for our marriage, my feelings for Cole did not change. I still felt a strong connection to him. I still believed there was good in him. I wanted to understand everything. I wanted to know the full truth. Despite the confusion, my heart still felt warm when he was near. I hoped that one day all the secrets would be gone. 6. The fight for truth. I knew Lena was doing wrong things. I searched for proof. One afternoon, Lena was out. I saw a drawer in her study desk. It was not fully closed. My heart beat fast. I felt I had to look. Inside, I found many papers. They showed Lena was secretly taking Cole's money from his father's will. She was stealing a large amount. My hands shook. This was the clear proof I needed. This was the truth. I went to find Cole immediately. He was in his study, looking tired. I showed him the papers. "Cole," I said, "Lena is stealing from you. These papers show everything." Cole took them. His eyes moved quickly over the words. He looked very serious. Then he looked at me. His face was sad but strong. "Diana," he began, his voice low, "you found it. I must tell you everything now, the complete truth." He took a deep breath. "Yes, the marriage helped me get my father's money. It was a will rule." My heart felt heavy, so I was part of a deal. But then he continued, his eyes warm. "But I chose you, Diana. I truly chose you." He came closer. "I loved you from the first day we met in the bookstore. Your smile, your kindness, I felt it immediately." He explained more. "Lena wanted me to marry someone else, someone she picked for her plans. I did not want that. I wanted to marry you. I married you because I loved you. I also wanted to protect you from her. I wanted us to be together before she could stop it." His words were honest. My heart felt lighter. He loved me. Suddenly, the study door opened. Lena stood there. She had heard some of our talk. Her face was red with anger. "What is this?" she screamed. "You found my papers. You are nothing. I will throw you out of this house now, Diana." She stepped towards me, eyes full of hate. Cole quickly moved. He stood firmly in front of me, protecting me. He looked at his stepmother with a cold, firm gaze. His voice was strong and clear. "No, Lena," he said. "Diana stays. You leave. This is my home and she is my wife." Lena looked completely shocked. She stood still, unable to speak. Cole's words were final. The fight for truth had begun. 7. A new beginning. Lena tried one more time to cause trouble. She was very angry. She told Cole she would take him to court. She said she would tell everyone about the will and the marriage. Lena thought this threat would make Cole afraid. She believed she could still get what she wanted. But Cole was not afraid anymore. He had the truth on his side. He was ready to face her. Her words did not scare him. Cole used the papers Diana found. These papers showed that Lena was stealing. They proved her lies. Cole showed these papers to Lena. He told her she had no power now. He said her threats would not work. Lena saw that her plan had failed. She had no more control over Cole. She had lost everything. Lena had to leave the big house. She packed her things quickly. She left the mansion and the air felt lighter. She drove away and peace came to the house. After Lena left, the house changed. Before, it felt cold and big. It was like a museum, not a home. Now, for the very first time, it felt warm. It felt safe. The silence was not heavy anymore. It was peaceful. Diana could walk through the rooms without feeling watched. The hidden secrets were gone. The house felt like a true home. Cole and Diana started a new life together in the house. They spent much more time with each other. They laughed often. They cooked meals in the big kitchen. They tried new recipes and shared stories about their day. They went for long walks in the beautiful garden. The garden was big and green. They talked about their dreams for the future. Each day, their bond grew stronger and happier. Diana thought about the beginning of their marriage. It was full of secrets. Cole had not told her everything at first. She had felt confused and hurt, but now she understood everything. She knew why Cole had done what he did. He loved her. He wanted to protect her. He also needed to save his inheritance from Lena. All the lies were gone. The truth made their love stronger. Diana realized their love was true. It was real and deep. It was a strong love that could face anything. They were building a new beginning, a happy life together, free from Lena's control and old secrets. Their future was bright and clear. 8, forever together. Months passed quietly after Lena left the big house. Life slowly became normal again. The problems about Cole's money and his family's name stopped. Cole worked hard to fix everything. He talked to many people, and soon all the bad talk about him went away. The house felt different now, truly peaceful and warm. No more secrets hid in the shadows. We could walk freely and laugh loudly. One evening, Cole and I sat on the soft couch in the living room. The sun was setting, making the room glow orange. He held my hand gently. "Diana," he said, looking into my eyes, "I do not care about the money. I never did. I care only about you." His voice was soft and full of honest feeling. My heart felt full. I knew his words were true. We had gone through so much, but our love was strong. It was not built on money or secrets, but on real feelings. A few weeks later, Cole had a special idea. He wanted us to marry again. "This time," he said, "it will be for us with only our true friends." We chose a small, beautiful garden behind the house. The day was sunny and warm. Only Anna, my best friend, and Victor, Cole's loyal friend and driver, were there. Anna wore a pretty blue dress, and Victor smiled a lot. The little ceremony was simple and full of love. There was no big lawyer or any contract to sign. We stood under a tall, old tree with green leaves. Cole looked at me with so much love in his eyes. He said simple words about always being together. I felt very happy. Anna smiled at me from the side, a warm, knowing smile. Victor gave a quick wink, showing he was happy that our story had a good ending. He had helped us so much. Then it was my turn to speak. I looked into Cole's kind eyes, remembering everything. I remembered the first day in the bookstore, the fast wedding, the big house, and all the secrets. But now all of that was gone. Only love remained. I took a deep breath. "Cole," I said, my voice clear, "I was your secret wife, but now I am your forever wife." Cole smiled, a wide, happy smile. He leaned closer. We kissed under the warm sun. The air was sweet with the smell of flowers. This kiss was different from our first one. It was a promise, clear and honest. We knew there were no more secrets between us. We were truly together forever. Our new life had truly begun, full of trust and love.